Hey, my loves, it's me, Keisha, aka Color Me Pynk, and I'm here with my first ever All Tea, All Shade, All the Queen's Men, Season 3, Episode 1 review. I told you guys I would be reviewing this season. I've been watching the show since Season 1, but now it's time for me to get into these review streets, okay? Now, don't mind my bonnet. It is 1:54 a.m. as I film this, so deal with it, all right? So the episode begins with Dime catching Amp and Midnight carrying out the body from the girl that Amp was sleeping with on the season finale episode in the changing room, and he ended up effing her so bad that the girl ended up knocking her head up against a hook. Child, that was so gruesome, and I lived for it, honey. So she catches him and is like, what is y'all doing? And Midnight like, get out of here. And she was like, no, what are y'all doing? He was like, we getting rid of his body. We're going to take it out through the back or whatever and dump it. And she was like, that's the most idiotic thing that you can do when we have all this heat on us and everybody got their eyes on us. You just can't pull and walk a dead body outside, you nincompoop. So Amp steady being a DICK to her child. Thompson, gone. We don't need your help. I'm like, Dime, you better than me, because I've been punched him in his lip. I don't know how long ago. I would have been like, you know what? You sure right. Go ahead and do what you want to do. Peace out. And I would have left his little dumb butt to figure it out on his own. So she ends up calling Madam to tell Madam what's going on, but Madam ain't answering the phone. So she ended up getting a phone call from Big D, who's steady trying to flirt with her, get on her, and she just ain't got time, and she play him to the left. And I was like, don't be doing little daddy like that, because we love Big D. I loved Big D last season. His little New Orleans accent gets me every time, okay? But Dime still so caught up with Amp crying till, like, I don't care how fine Amp is, his attitude would have turned me off, because he act like a little, and okay. So Trouble and Rayshawn end up walking in the room on them with the body in the hand. And now Midnight was like, oh, I got to go handle that, because we cannot risk them opening a big mouth, especially Rayshawn. His character is hilarious. He be having me cracking up. Whoever played that character, he is doing a great job, because he is the comic relief. So Madam continues to blackmail the undercover detective. I forgot what his name was, white boy or whatever. And she offers him a lot of money to come work for her. And he was like, I don't know if I can do that. You know, I love my career. I ain't trying to get rid of my career. And she was like, oh, okay. You know, well, you don't do it. I got all this evidence on you. So I'm going to either ruin your career or you going to work for me. So she then tells him to tell Doc and Babyface to stand down when it comes to Fuego, because, you know, she sent them in there to handle Fuego and get rid of him. So Blue is found alive, thank you Jesus, in the bushes, because remember she got pushed out the window last season by Fernando. So she ends up being able to clean herself up, go back upstairs to her apartment and everything. And Midnight ends up smacking the dog-ish out of Rayshawn, which he was like, what y'all see? I ain't see nothing. I ain't see nothing. I just want to go home. I just want to get out of here. He slapped him. He slapped him so hard, he slapped some sense into him, child. That had me hollering. So Midnight tells Rashawn and Trouble to keep their mouth shut, or else, pretty much. So Trouble was like, I got you. I'm a part of the team. Like, won't y'all high five me in? Like, tag team me in. I'm telling y'all, I'm of asset, but they still don't want to allow her in the group, even though she been begging for it. But maybe that's the reason why, because she's so thirsty for it. You know what I'm saying? So Madam is at her crib with Tommy. Tommy old thirsty. He another thirsty one. He is obsessed with Madam. He be cracking me up too, because he be getting on her dang on nerves. So Madam got black ops all around her house surveilling it, because she's afraid of Concierge and what's about to happen now that she done killed his wife. So Tommy is steady being Tommy. Madam, you sure you want him to go up to your room? Madam, you don't want me to go up to your room? Madam, you want me to draw your bath? Madam, you want me to lick your toenails? Madam. And she be like, Tommy, God Like, stop asking me your 50 million questions. And he got real mad and jealous when one of the black ops said he was going to stay in her room. And he was like, you going to let him stay in your room? What about me, madam? Tommy get on my nerves. So Blue calls Tommy and tells him about Fernando and him, pow-powing at her and trying to, unalive her. So he then tells her that the concierge got Madam shook because she got, black ops all around the house. And so Blue oh, so she really feeling some type of way. Like, he really got her on edge. Like, okay, all right, I see what's going on now. And so Tommy was like, look, I'm not going to bother her with, your news right about now because we got a lot going on over here. Just tell her when you see her. So then Dime calls Madam. She been blowing up her phone. Madam finally answers like, girl, what you want? I just took my pills. I'm trying to go to bed. Leave me alone. And so she tells her what Amp and Midnight got into. And so Madam was like, you know what? Y'all handle that. Call Blue because I don't care. I don't feel like dealing with it right now. And baby, I was like, girl, same page. Because that's how I've been feeling for the last 2 weeks. Like, leave me alone. Leave me alone. Oh my God. So, she ends up calling Blue and telling Blue to get up there because of what they did. So Amp continues to be a butthead to her. And I was like, oh, excuse me, bless me, Jesus. Dime, girl, because he is so mean to her. Yeah, she was wrong for what she did. But you was moving funny. And you're crazy. You're back on drugs. You'd accidentally unalived. Like, you're unhinged. Like, you're all over the place. You know what I'm saying? And he just won't let it go. Grow up, big baby. Ugh, he get on my nerves. So Detective Davis stresses that she's losing time on taking down Madam. And she tells this to the undercover detective or whatever. And he was like, I swear I got you. I'm going to get you your evidence or whatever, knowing that he's really not going to do it because Madam got, basically is blackmailing him. So Blue calls a guy named Smokey once she gets up there to the club, who's an hour away, so he can dispose of this body. And Midnight like, that's an hour and a half away. Like, come on, like, you tripping. She was like, look, that's all we can do. We ain't got no acid here to drop the body. We can't drop it in a dumpster or whatever because there's too many eyes on us. We're going to have to do what we got to do. So she tells Amp and him to take Midnight's truck to go dump the body. And here go Dime. You think I should follow him? You think I should go? Like, stop trying to be a Captain Saver. Like, girl, he don't want you. At least that's what he pretended not to want you. And like, stop trying to be his knight in shining armor. Like, oh my God, Dime. Like, you getting on my nerves. Like, you got a whole nother dude on your nutsack and you ain't even tripping off him. You steady tripping off Amp, who treats you like crap, on drugs, and sleep with other women, and then killed somebody. Like, girl, get your life in order. And so Blue was like, girl, go home. Go home and go to bed, okay? Go home and go to bed. So she was like, well, you need to know that Trouble and Rayshawn know. So she like, oh my God, oh Lord Jesus, that's just another thing I need is for Dumb and Dumber to know what's going on. So the undercover detective calls Madam and tells her that Detective Davis has more evidence on her than he thought, and that she meeting with the DA the next morning. So she was like, okay, all right. So basically, you need to get rid of the evidence, bruh. And he was like, I can't do that. She was like, okay, don't do it. And hung up. So now he like, oh my God, like, I got to get rid of this evidence. Like, so back in the cell, Doc and Babyface try to unalive Fuego because Madam told them to. So Doc got him in a chokehold, and Fuego was not going down there without no fighting. He could not believe that they was going to try to unalive him because he thought that they were straight up homeboys. But to them, you a op, you was about to snitch, and Madam told us to get rid of you, so that, we got to do what we got to do. And so then we go to Blue telling Trouble and Rayshawn to come back up there to the club. Rayshawn's like, take me home. Get me out this car. I ain't going back there. I ain't got nothing to do with this. I done been through enough, child. I done been through enough. I done had my booty hole right. No, nope, not doing it. Nope. So Trouble was like, man, calm down. Come back up there with me. So they end up seeing Midnight being pulled over by Detective Davis. So they like, oh my God, like what we gonna do? Like we can't let them get knocked. You know what I'm saying? So Trouble decides to hit the car so the police can then chase her, and that'll give them a chance to get rid of the body or do whatever they're gonna do. So she does it, and of course, Detective Davis and the police go racing after her. So now she's on a high-speed chase with Rayshawn, Scary, but in the passenger seat. So that gives Amp and Midnight ample opportunity and time for Dime to drive up in her Jeep and for them to take the body out of Midnight's trunk and put it into hers, and they take the car to go see the dude smoking themselves. Meanwhile, like I said, Trouble is in a high-speed chase with the police. Rayshawn is about to pee on himself, child. She was like, look, you see that gas station? We in my old hood now. I'm going to pull into there, and we going to burn this car because we got to get rid of the, the evidence or whatever. So he was like, how we going to do that? She was like, look, calm down, homie. Hand me that crowbar in the back. They get to the gas station. She puts the crowbar up against the driving pedal or whatever, and the car ends up driving through the gas station, hitting the pump and blowing up. And the episode goes off. And I was like, strong J, love the first episode back. I'm just obsessed with Madam and her outfits and just her bad, ASS. Like, she is just that girl, but I know this season is going to be a rough one for her because she got the ops on her back. You know what I'm saying? Y'all let me know what y'all thought about the season premiere episode of All the Queen's Men. I'm going to give the episode an A. I was thoroughly impressed, thoroughly entertained. I laughed. I was intrigued. All of that. Okay? Let's talk about it down below in the comment section, you guys. Make sure to thumbs up this video, like and subscribe, and hit that notification bell button. I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.